fair, I know we don't have the restrictions anymore. Or do we? Is it only just like a week now? If that shows up, then I guess Sora is available for picking here in Games of the Future.
That changes a lot of things, bro.
Yeah, let's see. I don't want to zoom just yet. I want to hold the thoughts. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So we were asking for continuous damage. Carry. Ruby, again, one of the ones we floated, and exactly right on the money. There you go. Okay. I think it's just really because, not that I'm doubting the ability of a Freya to suddenly pop off here, especially with her changes, which we will get into once we get into the game. But I feel like the Onic lineup is just a little bit more safer and a little bit more up to speed with what we're used to seeing. That the Homeboys lineup, I don't know if you agree with me here, Rockhart, might be a little bit too difficult to pull off.
I mean, the Homeboys lineup, I actually completely agree, because this is a lineup that looks very strong on dive. Like, all right, it's a Freya that has the Angela, but if it gets kited, it gets punished, it can fall apart so easy. This Homeboys lineup. So I don't know if chat agrees. Press 1 if you think Onic is a better lineup. Press 2 if you're... I see the chat, they're crazy right now. Yeah. Press 2 if you think Homeboys has an advantage here, bro.
Yeah. Welcome to game number 1. It's Homeboys versus Onic. And I think it's time for us real quickly to touch on the changes for Freya. It's mainly around her ultimate. Her cooldown now starts after the cast, 34 to 26 seconds now. So that's a very fast cooldown since the developers saw that she is quite ultimate dependent. And you also get 50% damage reduction while diving down, along with slightly increasing the speed of diving down with her ultimate.
Yeah, it just feels like it's gonna be smoother. Like, their focus right now is making Freya's gameplay smoother. And I love that for Moonton, honestly. That's definitely the right way to go. But look at this, very early on, we're already expecting aggression from the Homeboys here, and they are definitely giving that.
Yep, that is the playstyle that they're known for. Not going to be able to completely disrupt the jungling pattern of Kairi in the early game. Already up to level 3, starting with a purple buff side rotation working upwards. Going to go down, probably hit level 4 by the Beetle, or maybe his next buff, depending on what they're going to find. But very well protected right now. Amal playing the jungle Benedetta. So let's see how this Angela actually will fare with the changes on her. I mean, the good thing about Angela, Rockhart, is that the cooldown now starts after the cast. Like, you don't have to wait long.
Oh, yeah. And also, by the way, it doesn't, the shield doesn't disappear as long as Angela's on the target. So that's major. You can stick there for like 20 seconds if I read the patch right. Yeah. So that's a major change. So you're absolutely right. It's not all bad for the Angela. I'm just worried about this Benedetta, like you mentioned.
Okay, both junglers level 4. Seems like Onyx is going to get priority here in the turtle, although Reza and Daniel have been able to hold around the EXP lane. Onyx will get their mid trio there first. Keyboy, the one stopping Amal and Izanami, getting the vision there. Great spot here by Homeboys.
Oh, again, that's just the advantage you get with the extra bush, the beard around the turtle pit. Yeah. And they're going really hard here.
Okay, here comes the hard guard. Amal gets a turtle. Kairi was not able to get close as the members of Homeboys were able to keep him at bay. Raging slashes coming in from the Lapu Lapu, but Kairi takes down Melcutie's very greedy entry. Single-handedly trying to go to the back to try and take down Kairi and Sans, but Skylar was there for the assist.
Yeah, they got punished really quickly, and that's just the power of the Onic lineup. It's so stable. It's tried and tested through the past few years, honestly, this lineup. And yeah, the gold lane on the Ruby just means that they don't have to worry even on the late game. This lineup is very sustainable, and I think we saw that a little bit around that fight in the turtle pit.
Yeah. See, both gold laners are fighters, so no traditional marksman here. You know, essentially a little bit of a hybrid. Oh, here comes the Tsunami Slam coming in. But that is an easy out there for Sans. Keyboy forcing to use the AOG to get on out of there. Reza gets killed. Onto Sans finishing it off in the mid, but that becomes a trade. Keyboy taking Reza down.
That's a really good dive. I was expecting them to not fight that, but man, oh man, Homeboys are here to play. They are ready to, they're just roaring, right? To make something happen. They know that they can't play passive if you're fighting against Onic Indonesia, and I completely agree. Onic Indonesia is such a different beast when they get going, especially since Kyrie is on the YSS. They don't want this to scale too far off.
Yeah, Homeboys are making the right decisions right now in terms of just tempering the speed of Kyrie being able to get his farm. Lutpi picks up the War Axe. Mlbb, as we saw earlier, did get to build a golden staff already. So, seems like the first death that he suffered not hurtful to his progression for farming, but I think he's really going to need to minimize those deaths because it is an attack speed based item hero, and you're going to need all the time that you need to get the gold.
Yeah, 100%. That gold is so crucial. That's why I'm also looking at like the towers, like the outer turret energy shields. I'm looking if there was any major damage, but look at that. They're already eyeing that second turtle right away. They seem to be really want to go for the fight.
Oh, dive already. Here comes the Tsunami Slam entry as well. Kyrie forced to go on out of there, but here comes the Angela Benedetta combo to burst Kyrie down. That's a kill for Izanami, but two members of Homeboys fall to Onic. Onic still fighting into it. Izanami brought down low. Reza takes down Sans. Kiboy forced to use the conceal out. Both junglers are out of the game, and it's going to be looking for a reset.
It's very, I don't know, they feel so committed on the team fights. There are some times where I thought, you know what, they probably have had enough. They're both probably going to back out. But nope, no one wants to back out, Renmar. People just want to keep, you know, hitting each other in the face.
Yeah. One of the problems now for Onic, Rockhart, we see that Freya has just straight up won the lane against a Ruby. Not much a Ruby can do in the lane. This Ruby pick is looking towards the mid to the late game when it's 4-man, 5-man team fights. We saw Skylar's worth in the first team fight where we saw Mlbb go down. But 1v1, that is a Freya taking the matchup all day long. Onic now and Homeboys back for this turtle. They still do not want to let go.
Yeah, I really don't mind that they're doing this. Definitely, Kyrie is itching to get to that level 15 as soon as possible. Already a level ahead of Amal. Look at that. Wow. Stunning it out. AOG in.
Oh my goodness. Kiboy and Lutpi working together. Sans finds Mlbb as well. That's another death for the Freya. Skylar takes down the tower in mid alongside Kyrie and Sans. Meanwhile, Reza will not be able to survive against Lutpi and Kiboy, but I might have spoken too soon. The thing is, he needed to burn his flicker to get out of there. So management of the waves and even getting vision at this point in the game, you need that flicker as a Hilda. Onic take control with an almost 5,000 gold lead.
Yeah, as much as the Hilda is 2-1 right now, definitely ahead. You are correct. They need that flicker so hard. And that's going to slow down Homeboys' aggression even further. They might have to rely so much more. Lutpi might be in trouble here. 1v3 on the bottom. Make that 4.
Okay. Lutpi buying so much time, not enough damage just yet for Homeboys. Lutpi, look at everything he's doing. 4v1. Here comes Kiboy for the assist. The Valkyrie descent already committed there by the Freya. Electro final blow as well. AOG by Kiboy lands on the mark. Lutpi finally taken down. The Homeboys are fighting back towards Onyx assist. Mlbb locked in onto Kyrie, but Sans takes down Daniel. Sans taken down by Reza. Mlbb takes down Kyrie. And just like that, 4 members of Onic fall to the Homeboys.
Alright, I did not expect them to, again, just keep slapping each other in the face like that. Onic, they were a little late to the party. You saw that Skylar just had to walk all the way from the top side after taking down the turret. And when he arrived, it was just bodies on the floor. I don't know if that was worth it for Onic, but the gold lead does kind of lean towards them. 2,000 right now for the Indonesian squad.
Valiant effort by Lutpi to get a really good start there for Onic, but in the end, of course, the sheer power of the team fight when you do have the Electro Final Blow and the Valkyrie descent together, a lot of physical damage you're gonna need to avoid. This Ruby is also packing towards the damage items, which makes sense as a gold lane Ruby, but you're gonna start looking for the anti-Karasas to start coming in for Onic. Maybe even some dominance ices. Definitely need significantly more anti-heal for the side of Onic.
Yeah, 100%. Because this heart card and shielding combination, especially on a Freya that already has like a very meaty shield, is just so potent. There's just no way that even the Lapu-Lapu is having a hard time keeping up with the spell vamp here.
All right, Lord 1, Onic first on the spot. Mid lane being handled by Izanami. Mlbb handling up top. Reza's 4-1-0 and now has a dominance ice. Should help also against the healing and the spell vamp, the regen that Onic has. Keyboy, good spot. Spots out Amal. Not gonna land the taunt. His concussive blast already used. Keyboy taking some damage, but it's gonna be a slow little dance between the two teams first. Hard guard not yet committed and still hovering it.
Yeah, they're just gonna be able to just calmly go ahead. Oh, conceal already used up.
Is Onic going to try to find an opening? They're not going to be able to find a member of Onic, or excuse me, Homeboys, that could get caught out. Amal back in here again. Good spot by Reza. Homeboys really getting tested here by Onic, but here comes the entry coming in from Daniel. Tsunami Slam already committed, but look at the regen and the damage that they have. But Skylar gets taken out there by Amal. That is advantage for Homeboys. A stun by Mlbb, massive. But can they actually deal enough damage to turn the tides of the battle? As Kyrie falls again to the Homeboys. 3 members of Onic down, and the Sky Kings are scrambling. Homeboys have taken down Mlbb, and that's 4 members of Onic down. The questions of whether or not Homeboys can make this lineup work have been answered. They are definitely making it work.
That sustain from so many sources is just blowing my mind, Reptar. It's crazy. Healing from the Surge of Life, healing from the Heart Guard, healing from the Love Waves. My brain is, and the Life Seal, obviously, of Mlbb on the Prey is insane. So, Onic is throwing everything they have.
Yeah.
But, again, it's just getting healed up. I have to double check. I really want to do, like, an item check. Do they already have, like, anti-heal? Because if they do, this is way too much for Homeboys.
Yeah, there we have it on the screen. Yeah, they already have some Dominus Ice for the Good Thought, a Glowing Wand for the Lunox. But I think right now one of the problems for Onic is that Mlbb, Reza, they're both just hell-bent on getting Kyrie. That no matter the formation that Onic wants to play around, Kyrie always just looks like a sitting duck. Homeboys are just so locked in with getting the Yi Sun Shin every time. Meanwhile, the center of the map, Skylar trying to survive the surprise. Look at the pull coming in. I'm offended. Ultimate by Skylar is massive. Daniel gets taken out, but Reza once again focused on the back. This time being able to take down Skylar while Mlbb and the Angela are able to hold down the front line, and Onic slowly falling. Angela, Freya, Benedetta, the Hilda, and the healing as well coming in from the Kalea. It seems like it's all too much to handle for Onic.
Yeah, Reza is a massive dub here for Homeboys. He has taken down targets that are necessary in the team fight so efficiently that Onic are having a hard time answering. As much as Kyrie is, he's trying his very best to keep the DPS up. It's just not quite enough yet, and Sans isn't in a position where he can actually burst down any single target right away with one combo. And they're having a hard time winning out on a sustained team fight because of this.
Yeah. Even though the pace isn't as fast as it used to be with the Angela, definitely still going good because, again, the cooldown starts ticking once you've casted the Heart Guard, so it doesn't feel all too different. Just a very slight change in the tempo. Now with the Blade of Despair onto Kyrie here for Onic, is it going to be enough?
I guess they need more DPS, right? That's what I'm looking for Onic, because they are hitting targets, but the targets are just not falling quite early as they want. So that's why by the time they take out one target, I think they already lose 2. So that's the big thing for me for Onic. So maybe the BOD will help out, but it feels like he might just want to go see Halberd as well. Just go all out on the anti-heal because the heals are really so difficult to deal with here for Homeboys.
Yeah, Chastise Spaldron built up there for Keyboy. Should help with the attack speed base of the Freya somewhat. Divine Glaive for Sans. Now, that's one of the main conditional items you're looking for the mid laner if you are on a losing or quite even battle. Should be a big spike up in damage. And just you see, just from 1 second skill from the Lunox already brings down around 10% of the health of the Kalea, the main roam here for Homeboy. So maybe that Divine Glaive, and now with the BOD on that Yi Sun Shin, might actually just be enough damage that we're looking for. But we'll see once the fight breaks out.
Let's see. We'll definitely want to use a Mountain Shocker soon in the next few minutes or the next few seconds just to check where the Homeboys are.
For sure.
So far, it feels like they have no problem fighting out each other, and here they are.
Yeah, here comes the gank. Daniel immediately zoning out Kyrie, and since Kyrie was zoned out by the Kalea, Sans falls relatively quickly out of position yet again for Onic, as Homeboys have penetrated their formation, but Kyrie is still fighting. He gets a double kill, and he's still alive. Malefic Roar for him as well. The counterplay by Onic has become a reality as Reza and Amal fall. Suddenly, Onic have advantage for the Lord.
Oh boy, and that is the advantage they have because Homeboys decided to fight inside Onic's jungle. This is our territory, says Onic, and they really lost out. I mean, the DPS is suffering, and Mlbb, they want to make something happen.
Mel, are you actually going to be able to pull this off? No, you will not. Questionable decision there by Mel to just go in. They did not have Amal to get that Lord. What were they fighting for? No way he would have gotten 4 kills right there.
I guess he was banking on them being super duper low after that Lord engage, but no. It does appear that Onic has a really good sustain lineup on their own, especially if Kiboy is ready with the revitalizes, and he will be as well. So this is going to be a bit of an uphill defense for sure. 4,000 gold lead doesn't seem like a lot at 15 minutes, but look at that. Lutfi is actually surviving against 2 players here for Homeboys. It is a good sign.
Yeah, and now with the Malefic Roar and the Yi Sun Shin, definitely enough items, enough damage already on Onic. And the Divine Glaive pickup by Sans actually came in at the perfect time. Lord marching in. How much damage will they be able to do the base? Seems like
that's actually
little by little,
good.
though. That's just one. See if they can get another one. They still have a lot of minion waves crashing in here for Onic. Immortality for Kiboy. Might be able to make a risky play if he wants to. Look at all the items coming in here for Onic now. Hold the 7,000 gold lead. Endless battle entry. Here comes the pickoff attempt there onto Skylar, but Skylar will survive way too much. But here comes the Angela and Freya combination. They're not going to be able to take Kyrie down. Reza gets blasted by the Yi Sun Shin. Skylar takes down Daniel, and now 2 members of Homeboys fall. Make that 3. Mlbb out as well. Onic still has minion waves. Izanami and Amal might not be enough to hold. Onic holds on. Homeboys had the lead, but Onic walk away from game number 1 with the win.
GG's Onic Indonesia coming out on top despite losing out a little bit on the early game. And I think this is exactly what I was talking about, Renmar. As much as it feels like Homeboys' lineup is so strong on paper, it topples so easily if like 1 or 2